All right, well, it's recording.
Well, this is the harness that we're going to use. These are like a pair of pants. We don't want to go outside without pants. We want to always wear pants. So when we're climbing, top roping on rope, we want to wear a harness, just like we wear pants all the time. This is what's going to be holding onto you, holding onto the wall. And it's like a pair of pants, actually. What you want to think about is there's a waist loop right here. Can everybody see that? Yeah. And then there's this belay thing, this little green loop right here in the front. We want that to be right in front of us. So when you grab it, you're going to hold on to this in front of you, and you're going to take your two leg loops, right here and right here. And you want to make sure that the clip's on the outside, so you're just going to hold on with like a pair of pants, one leg at a time. So this leg loop, I'm going to put one foot through, pull it up on my leg, grab the other leg loop, making sure the clip's on the outside, and slip my other leg in, and pull it all the way up. First thing we want to do is we want to tighten the hips so it stays up, so we're not tightening it down here and super low. Get it nice and snug like a pair of pants. So you're going to pull back on this metal part right here, and pull on this strap, making sure it's nice and snug. We want to make sure we can't fit more than 2 fingers into our harness at all times in any loop. So then we're going to tighten the legs down. And we're also going to check that. We don't want the legs too tight, because we don't want to cut off any circulation. So it's nice and snug. All right. Here is a harness for you. Here's a harness for you. And here's a harness for you. Just hang on to it for a sec. We're going to all put it on together. So we're going to go ahead and take it like a pair of pants, making sure our belay loop is in the front. So everybody got that? Grab your first leg loop. And you're going to put one leg through it, making sure the buckle is on the outside. And let's go ahead and put the other leg on. Let's pull it all the way up. And we'll get that waist band tightened down nice and snug. Perfect, good. So looks like your buckle is on the inside, so you're going to want to take that off and rotate that so the buckle is on the outside. These nice and snug. Check the 2 fingers. There you go. That's all nice and correct now. And when we're checking each other before we climb, we've gone over the belay checks. You'll check each other's harnesses, make sure that they're nice and snug. So go ahead and check them again. 2 fingers, show each other. That's good, nice and snug. All right, now that everybody's got them on, go ahead and take them off and do it again. Practice. Do it again, making sure, thinking about everything I told you. check in, check in, check in. 2 fingers. All right, awesome. Now we're going to move right into climbing. So when we're climbing on the wall and you're climbing up, you're getting tired, there's a couple things you can do. You can rest, or you can have the belayer below you take, and you can sit down in your harness like you're sitting in a chair. A good technique you can do to rest on the wall, find a good hold. So come on up close so we can see what we're doing over here. We're going to find a good hold. So I'm going to reach up here for this one. And if you're on the wall and you get tired, your hands start shaking, what you can do is you can stick 2 feet on the wall, find 2 good feet. You got a nice straight arm, and you can go ahead and shake your hands out, chalk up if you need any chalk. You can switch hands, shake up the other arm. This is really good for if you're climbing something a little bit longer and you get tired and your hands are starting to hurt. You can just relax and shake your hands out and relax. Make sure you've got 2 really good feet, because if you've got 1 foot on here, you can start swinging around and your hands start getting more tired. So yeah, all you need to do is find 2 good feet. So we can even be smearing on the wall too. We went over that a little bit ago. So 2 good feet, shaking your hands out. So I want everyone to go ahead and find a good hold. So somebody can use this one right here. We've got a couple holds along the wall. Go ahead and find a good hold and get on up there and show me a good resting position. So you can hop on up here, Caitlin, and then Claudia, you can even hop right over here. We did go over spotting. That is great, but right now we just go ahead and relax that arm, shaking those hands out. Make sure when we're resting, we want to bend those knees. Bend those knees a little bit. Get that arm nice and straight. Relaxing all the way back, shaking those hands out. Alrighty, let's go ahead and switch now. So Claudia can have turn up on the wall. Always making sure we're spotting. It's always a smart idea. On those 2 good feet. There you go. Bending those knees, getting those hips in close to the wall. When we get those hips in close to the wall, we can have more weight over our feet. And you still have that nice straight arm extended. Yeah. There we go. Nice and relaxed. You can shake those hands out. Awesome. And then we can use this all the way up the wall. So if you're sitting back, you can look for the next hold. If you're looking on a route, you can reach and look up where you can go. There's a lot of different uses for resting on the wall. So, all right, let's get to climbing.